Christmas time is always a good excuse to dust off your dancing shoes, and Claire McCollum was all in a twirl when she met the Waltz King himself, Andre Rieu.
Andre Rieu founded his first orchestra in 1978 and now tours worldwide. He's in the UK at the moment with his own interpretation of seasonal music, with all the trimmings. But when it comes to Christmas, the Dutch violinist has some very strict rules.
Christmas time for me, it's extremely important. People offered me millions to play at Christmas time, but I always say, no, I'm at home with my family.
Yes.
Because that's very important, you know, to have this. When you travel the world like I am together with my orchestra, you need time to rest, you need time at home, and that for me, Christmas time is the most special time of the year.
Now, I know you play a lot of religious music. How
Yeah.
important is that to you in your repertoire?
I think, when I was born in our city, everybody is Catholic. And that had a great influence on me. I was in church every day because I was singing in the choir from 5 to when my voice broke. So 6 years I was in the choir. I was the highest soprano. And I remember at Easter, the sun was shining in the windows from that side and that side, 10 priests here and 10 priests there, and that made such an impression on me, and it's very, very important, all the music. I remember we played in Maastricht on the square near to the My God, and we played it with 400 wind players, and the string started, and it was very, very impressive. We played this, and the people were it was like in a church.
Amazing. Now, many people listen to music, your music, in fact, to relax. But how does Andre Rieu relax?
Relaxing for me, in fact, is sleeping. I'm running or I sleep,
Yes.
or I'm waltzing.
Yes. Well, speaking of waltzing, we can't have Andre Rieu on the programme and not do a little waltz. Do you think we could?
Let's do that. We do
Can
that
we?
here in the church.
You
we do
lead?
it. Yes. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, I say. Thank you.
I saw 3 ships come sailing in on Christmas Day, on Christmas Day. I saw 3 ships come sailing in on Christmas Day in the morning. And what was in those ships so free on Christmas Day, on Christmas Day? And what was in those ships so free on Christmas Day in the morning? Our Saviour Christ and His Lady on Christmas Day, on Christmas Day. Our Saviour Christ and His Lady on Christmas Day in the morning.
Coming up, the Queen of Cakes, Mary Berry, shares with us some of her family memories from Christmases past and gives us some tips on icing that Christmas cake. But first, a classic carol performed by the BBC Radio 2 Choristers of the Year.
Away Jesus, look down from the sky and stay by my side until morning is nigh. Be near me, Lord Jesus, as thee to stand, lost by thee forever, and love me, I pray. Bless all the dear children in thy tender care, and feed us who have them to live with thee there.
It's back to Mary Berry's home now, where we're joined by her son Tom. It does sound like Christmas is a very special time for your family. What are your memories of earlier Christmases when the children were young?
We used to always go to my parents. Everybody would be there.
Do you remember the Christmas jumpers? That face.
Yes, exactly. I remember it and being lined up and Thomas.
Everybody after Christmas, once we'd listened to the Queen's speech, then everybody had to do a little act or a play or sing. So I think in that photo, the three of them are singing something that they all knew.
Are you able to talk a little bit about what happened to William and why he's not with us?
William was home from Bristol Poly and he went off to get something for his business studies, and he'd asked to borrow the car and took his sister with him, and sadly he drove too fast and the car turned over and he was killed. But Annabelle was beside him and she was absolutely fine. We found out when we went to the hospital and saw her running up the corridor in her muddy pink tracksuit. It was so sad to lose one, but to lose two, other people may well know losing two must be awful, but we just lost William. I know when we told you, Tom, you said you'd so much to do.
Yeah, I mean, we were just becoming, as you know, you go through your teenage years and just becoming friends, sort of stronger friends.
And Mary, I know you're a patron of a bereavement charity, so you're able to help other people who going through a similar
Yes,
experience.
indeed, because it is, everybody grieves in a different way. Some want to be quite silent, some want to, go away, but underneath it all, a bit of friendship and to talk to somebody who is perhaps in the same boat helps people.
You mentioned that your faith was tested and then strengthened throughout these experiences you've had.
Yes, absolutely. And I remember going to our church, Holy Trinity, just down the road, just as William died. And there's a plaque just inside the door of the Busby family. And in the First World War, they lost 3 sons. And I think then it hits you how it could be. We'd lost 1.
What's really clear is how much family means to you, Mary. It's a time to reflect as well, I should imagine.
It's a time to think about things in the past. We always raise a glass to him and we have a little think what it would be like if he was here now.
Yeah, we always talk about him, and it's great for our family to talk about William as he's still part of the family, because he may have died, but we all grieve in different ways, and we talk about him with our girls, and it's just very interesting talking to them and keeping that alive and understanding as they grow up.
Time for your next choice of carol, Mary. Tell us how you came to choose this one.
Not my choice. I decided I would ask Tom and Sarah what their favourite hymn would be to celebrate Christmas.
What did you choose?
Mary, Did You Know? And it seemed to have such a wonderful message in it, as well as a great tune.
And it's got your mum's name in the title.
Very diplomatic.
Maybe.
Mary, did you know that your baby boy would one day walk on water? Mary, did you know that your baby boy would save our sons and daughters.
Did you know that your baby boy has come to make you new? This child that you've delivered will soon deliver you. Mary, did you know that your baby boy will give sight to a blind man? Mary, did you know that your baby boy would calm a storm with his hand?
Did you know that your baby boy has walked where angels trod? And when you kiss your little baby, you've kissed the face of God. Mary, did you know?
Oh, Mary, did you know? Mary, did you know?
Mary, did you know? Mary, did you know?
The blind will see, the deaf will hear, the dead will live again. The lame will leap, the dumb will speak, the praises of the Lamb.
Oh, Mary, did you know
that your baby boy is Lord of all creation? Mary, did you know
that your baby boy will one day rule the nation?
Did you know that your baby boy is heaven's perfect land? The sleeping child you're holding is the great